What's good, y'all? It's Thursday, and if it's Thursday, this is the Audible Thursday Night Football Post Game Show presented by the Audible Sports Podcast, where sports meets life and culture. I am half of the terrific tandem that is Bobby G and Wildcard Mar. What's happening, Brody?
Yes, sir, man. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. You heard the man. Terrific tandem as we kick it off Thursday Night Football Audible Podcast. We had Ravens, we had Bengals tonight, man.
Yeah.
Ended up turning out to be a solid game towards the end.
Yeah.
That half almost put me to sleep, but that second half kicked in the gear though.
Yeah, we got what we asked for. We're going to kick this one off. And as used, go ahead, do me a favor to people's out there. Go ahead, follow the directions on your screen, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, turn your notifications on so you know the next time that we are here and you can be heard. And we're gonna get right to these comments. Some people just couldn't wait. They was here. Wait, these. Shout out, Big Ron. That's that. You know. Yes, it is. We got to take care of business, man. We sit here for an hour and a half. We can't move. We got to make sure everything is handled before we hit that live button. You know what I'm talking about? So sometimes it takes a little bit. Shout out to the homie Big Ron. What's happening there? Yeah, man. We asked for a good one. We got a good one. The first half was looking like it was going to be a runaway. But the Ravens put together a heck of a second half, made the proper adjustments, and to me, I know a lot of people that have put on the uniform, stepped on the NFL field, or have coached the NFL. I hear the same quote, like, you can't win a game in one play, but you sure can lose one. And in my opinion, the game was won for the Ravens and lost for the Bengals on that forced fumble by Marlon Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey is one of the best corners in the history of the game. Listen to what I say, in full what I'm about to say. People with their selective hearing. Marlon Humphreys is one of the best corners, maybe the best corner in the history of the game at forcing fumbles. He's definitely the best current corner in punching that ball out of there. But yeah, at forcing fumbles from the cornerback position, Marlon Humphrey is definitely top 5 to ever play the game. That man forces a fumble every week, seems like it. And this one was right on time. The Bengals were driving, and it looked like they were driving to put the game away. Because at the time, the score was 21-7. If they would have took it down, that would have been 21-7. That would have been a hard sell to see the Ravens coming back. But as it is, forced that turnover. The Ravens turned it into points, made it 21-14, and they didn't look back from there. Second half, outscored the Bengals in total, 28-13, and got the W, man. So, what's your thoughts overall on the game? Where did you see the turnaround?
No, I agree with you. Since he had just went up 2 scores.
Facts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ron, I'm with you. I feel bad for anybody that went against anybody that had Jamar Chase, because that man put up
or Burrow.
Oh yeah, Burrow too, because they both put up crazy numbers tonight.
Yeah.
No, I thought this was a must win for both teams, and here's why. Obviously, the Bengals only got 4 wins. They came in tonight 4-5. They started doing their late season push like they normally do after a slow start. And, obviously this being a divisional game, they really needed that win, and they got more divisional games down the road. And a lot of teams that are ahead of them in that wild card race, they're going to see down the road, like the Chargers and other teams like that. So they needed that win for sure. The reason why the Baltimore Ravens, this was a must win for them is because you can't be having 4 losses and thinking that you're going to be at the those top 2 seeds. Whether it's I think 1 seed is out the window. Obviously, the tiebreaker goes to Kansas City, and they have 3 losses. Kansas City has 0. So I don't see Kansas City racking up 3 more losses down the road if you look at their schedule. But These teams had a high scoring affair in Cincinnati, and then they turn around and have a high score in second half, as I
Yeah.
emphasize second half. But no, I'm noticing a couple of things. Obviously, Cincinnati's defense still continues to let down Joe Burrow and that offense. They can't stop a nosebleed. They can't stop nothing. Um, and which is crazy because usually Cincinnati's defense is at least middle of the pack where they can get some stops
Yeah.
here and there and get some turnovers, and they did none of the sorts tonight. Trey Henderson pretty much was non-existent at getting Lamar Jackson down to the ground. I mean, that man's a magician. He was getting out some plays today, even if it only
Mm-hmm.
went for yards or was able to get the ball off. Um, he was still trying to find a receiver open instead of just taking off running, and he made it happen. That throw to Bateman that got them to score, and then some other things that he did that kind of kept him, the offense in gear and kept it going. Baltimore, still great win. Even with Kyle Hamilton, they were still getting cooked on that secondary, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. That if Marlon Humphrey doesn't force that fumble, this game probably looks a little bit different. Baltimore was kind of stuck in quicksand a little bit. They were down
Yeah.
21-7. Marlon Humphrey gives them a short field, and they turned it
Mm-hmm.
into quick points and took all the momentum back. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm with you right there. I don't think if he doesn't get that forced fumble, I think we're looking at probably a possible a 2-score victory for Cincinnati tonight for sure.
Yeah. Definitely. Because of all intents and purposes, every stat points to Cincinnati winning this game. You have
Mm-hmm.
470 total yards.
Mm,
Only 3 penalties for the Bengals. It's crazy. Um, you 8 of 16 on third down, 2 of 4 on fourth down. Uh, is their line? I know it's better than it has been in past years. Only 3 sacks allowed. Even though Burrow was kind of under pressure for the entire duration of the second half, you control time of possession. Literally, your only misstep is the lone turnover of the game. Because when you look
mm,
at Baltimore side, they had 11 penalties in this game.
mm. Messy.
Yeah. Like I said, their offense was stuck in quicksand. Going into halftime, I think they only had one drive where they ran over 4 plays, and that was their scoring drive. Uh, Derrick Henry, you had him in check. You essentially controlling the entire game, and it just looked like they were in control of the entire game. And then that fumble happened, and it was like you woke up the sleeping giant, and it was just off to the races from there. So, like, I really don't even. It's just one of those things. Like, who do you blame for the loss? Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you somebody to blame. You know who I'm gonna blame? Joe Burrow.
Ooh,
Sounds crazy, right?
I gotta hear this.
Joe Burrow, 34 of 56, 428, 4 touchdowns. I'm going to blame Joe Burrow. Why am I blaming Joe Burrow? Because Jamar Chase had 11 catches for 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. And on a 2-point conversion with the game on the line, Joe Burrow didn't even look his way. What are you doing?
Now that you put it that way, dog, I can see that because he had one-on-one coverage.
Yes,
He
I thought the whole point of the formation and the motion was to get the. And what
get.
are you doing, Joe?
I'm with you. I'm with you now. Okay.
Like, if I was a Bengals fan, I'd be extremely pissed off. Like, he did. It's not like he looked him off, said, "Oh, I can't make that pass," and went the other. He did not. He never looked to the left at all.
I'm with you on that.
And I'm like, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on Joe Burrow right there. You because I can't put it on anybody else. Yeah, you can put it on defense for not being able to come up with a stop. Sure, that'd be easy. Um,
Yeah.
but it's really difficult to come up. Another thing I want to say though, the fourth down play where the guy made the catch. Why was there never a conversation by the commentary team of that being an incomplete pass?
Mm.
in my eyes, from the way I looked at it on my screen, uh, when he comes down with that ball seemed to rub out on the ground, but they never even made the comment that could have been an incomplete pass. It was just all about did he get first. They were just so focused on whether it's a first down, and I was like, bro, is that even a catch?
Mm.
And the second thing, can we talk about the catch rule? Because on the catch earlier in the game, the Cal Hamilton knocked out. Is it not part of the rule that you have to finish the catch through the ground?
Yeah.
Because I swear Cal Hamilton knocked. I mean, they went to the ground and he knocked it out. Yeah, sure, his knee was in bounds, yes, but he didn't finish the catch. Cal Hamilton was able to knock it out. So if that would have been an end zone play, would they have counted as a touchdown?
Mm.
Like I'm thoroughly confused on like when do we have to finish all the way through the ground, and when are we able, to say, oh well, the play's over, because clearly they ruled the play dead.
Yeah.
When his knee hit the ground. So, rules committee, I got a couple questions for you.
Hey, it's 2024. We still don't know what the hell a catch is.
I'm saying. I'll tell you who knows what a catch is. Mr. Wiggins, defensive back for the Ravens, young rookie. He knows what a catch is because, boy, Jamar Chase was catching them all over his ass.
Cooked. Toast.
In which, yeah, like you guys said, shout out to Jamar Chase, 264 yards. That puts him sole possession of 19th on the list of most yards in a game, to which he's already 16th. His career high is 266. Sorry, that was against your Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, trust me. I know the exact game it was. Matter of fact, I was in Jamaica with the wifey at the time when that game was going down, and he was cooking us. And then a few weeks later, he proceeded to him and the Bengals proceeded to win the AFC Championship game. So trust me, I am well aware of that game.
Oh man, who's Ronson? He's just not as good as Kirk Cousins.
That's wild.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, man, people do try really, really hard to make Joe Burrow better than Patrick Mahomes, and I hope this is a lesson to you to see why they are not in the same stratosphere. Like, and people get so offended when I say that. No, Joe Burrow's a good quarterback. Joe Burrow's one of the best.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is different, and he's not different compared to Joe Burrow. He's different compared to every quarterback currently playing. The only current quarterbacks you can put in his stratosphere are the Montanas, the Mannings, the Brady's. I'm not even putting Elway in the same stratosphere as Patrick Mahomes. So, Marino, I put him in that category. These guys were special, but Burrow, no, especially when you don't. Because I'll guarantee you, if that was the Kansas City Chiefs, the only way that ball is not going to a Travis Kelce, or when he was there, a Tyreek Hill, is if the person he's throwing to is wide open. Like, you see the game-winning play that they ran in the Super Bowl, man was wide open.
Yeah.
If the ball wasn't going there, I guarantee you it was going to number 87. If he's not wide open, that man, he's going to live and die with his stars. When they were down 10 points 6 minutes ago in the Super Bowl, that ball went to number 10, to number 87, to number 10, and to number 87. And then, on the times where they didn't run it with Mr. Edwards-Helaire. But if it was a pass, it was to number 10 and it was to number 87. He knows when to get his stars the ball. Joe Burrow, look to your left. I know you're right-handed.
Yeah.
I know you're right-handed. Look to your left. Zach Taylor.
Look for number one.
Yeah, or if your quarterback can't look left, he was getting beat up in the second half. Maybe his neck was hurting. I don't know.
Either way, you draw it up. You make sure you get the ball to Jamar Chase. I mean, now that you put it that way, you're saying blaming it on Joe Burrow. I'm blaming it on Zach Taylor, because I know a lot of people gave Todd Bowles flack for not going for 2 on Monday night, and I'm one of them. I think he should have went for 2. He had the momentum and just drove down the field, and I didn't like his excuse on why he didn't go for it. Uh, that was terrible an excuse, but I commend Zach Taylor for going for it. I just think it was a bad
Yeah.
call. Like
Yeah.
you get Jamar Chase the football. You find a way to get him the football because that man literally just went crazy to actually not only give you the lead at the point in time in some important time in this game, but got you back in the game. Why aren't you not like that's literally going away from the hot hand? That's like in
Mm-hmm.
basketball. Your man is shooting like he just made his last 5 threes. Y'all come down and then you pass it to somebody else. Like no, you swing that joint to the high hand and let him keep shooting until he
Mm-hmm.
cool off. My thing is like you this was a must win more for you in Baltimore,
Yeah.
and you went away from the hot hand that literally um, is responsible for pretty much more than half of your points that you got on the scoreboard. Like I didn't get the call. I didn't understand it. Um, so I mean, Burrow and Zach Taylor, both of y'all to blame. You get chased the ball. Number one, look for
Yeah.
Uno. Period.
I,
Yeah, I'm
I
with
think I think here's what makes me the most angry is you called the timeout.
you.
You came out, you lined up, you got your look at defensively what they were trying to do, and you call a timeout. You
Mm.
call that timeout to now draw up the perfect play.
Yeah.
You come out, Jamar Chase is on the right side of the field. Whoa, that's different. You then send him to the left side of the field and get the exact same look you got before you called the timeout. I think everybody watching television thought that was going to be fade, back shoulder fade to Jamar Chase.
Man.
And
Hey,
again, to not even look that way,
I don't know, man.
to not even look the way, like to go straight to Mike Gesicki.
No, it was
Oh yeah,
it
it
was
was the
it
other.
was
Yeah,
one of them other tight ends. It wasn't even Mike Gesicki. So I'm like, who the hell are you? And then I know you wanted the flag on the play for holding, and I
yeah,
said,
nah.
you got to. I think you got to. The refs they let them play. Now you
They
might got to
run the
go.
play again. Back to the rule. Isn't the rule within 5 yards? You're okay.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So
I
um,
mean, 2 point conversions take place from the 2 yard line. So,
you are right.
yeah,
Yeah.
calm that down, Mister Commentator. Grab your rule book. Within
Now
5 yards, they're okay.
Now the hands to the face, I can give
Mm-hmm.
you that. I
Right.
I can give you that. All right, that was a complete hands to the face to the quarterback. They call that more 9 times out of 10. I don't know why they didn't call it. Um, I heard what Al Michaels had to say. He was like, "Yeah, man, this is starting to become an issue when we got penalties at coming that are clear penalties at the end of the game not getting called." For
Mm-hmm.
me personally, I mean, I've always said this, and of course, I get a lot of flack for being a Chiefs fan. So y'all get all the calls, and I'm like, yeah, watch a Chiefs game, like all 16, 17 of them, you'll see that they don't. But at the end of the day, if it's a penalty in the first quarter, it should be a penalty in the fourth quarter. Um, I, I I didn't like the fact that they didn't throw the flag on that. They should have had a retry on that 2 point conversion. I know a lot of Bengal fans going to be upset. They're like, oh, well, you cost us the game. And I'm not going to go that far because you got 60 minutes, you know, to win a game. There's so many plays in between there, between 60 minutes that can go on, that can have an effect on the final result. So I'm not going to put that on say that, oh, man, come on, what are we doing?
Okay.
Uh,
Thailand, from Thailand. I hear you, man. Salute.
Man,
Hey,
what's happening? That's wow. Thailand, that's what's up, man. We
Bengals
going
going to the
worldwide.
Super Bowl was a fluke.
Hey,
I can't disagree.
hey, as a Browns fan, of course you're gonna agree.
I can't disagree.
Hey, man. Hey, um, I mean, they got there. They didn't win it, and so I think there's an issue with a lot of Bengals fans. They've been living off that Super Bowl appearance as if it matters. So, uh, yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's just
It's
uh,
12 in the afternoon in Thailand. That's
oh man,
crazy. In the
yeah, that
office at work now. Hey, man,
is
shout out.
salute.
Salute. Appreciate you for tuning in. And hey, if you get bored at work on Thursdays, hey, we're here every Thursday after Thursday night
Yeah.
football. So, grab your coffee, put a couple sugars in it, a couple creams, and do the office space thing. Pretend like you type or put your earbuds in.
Um, but I mean,
So the game
we
can be entirely decided on one play. You believe that? Like I said, man, there's a bunch of cliches, but the most famous one is it can't be won on one play, but it can be lost. Now, you could say that the same play won it and lost it, but I
mhm,
definitely think the play of the game, the turning point in that game was that Marlon Humphrey
yeah,
punch out by
no
far.
doubt.
It said the Bucks should have gone for two against us Monday night. Now people be like, wait a second,
Yeah.
it's if you were down to the Chiefs, yeah, go for two. You go for the win. You never because you go to overtime, you're not getting that ball back. That's just that. Tonight, I think the Bengals are wholeheartedly right. They couldn't stop the Ravens in the second half, so
Yeah.
you can't risk going to overtime, even though their offense is on fire as well. You
Yeah.
putting your fate in the hands of a coin toss. I would rather my fate be in the hands of my quarterback. So I don't disagree with them. Yeah, the Bucks. Ty Bowles is learning. He's just getting back in the rhythm of coaching big time football, so I'll give him a pass. But
Mm. Not with that lame ass
he
excuse.
said,
I don't know, bro. I can't.
he said I need something from Thailand. I'm about to dust some.
Yeah, stay out. Be careful out there, big bro.
Yeah, be careful what you come out. You seen the hangover.
Yeah. Don't
That's
come
all
back
I'm
with no
saying.
face tattoo, bro. Don't come
That's
back
all
with
I'm
no
saying.
face tattoo.
Yeah,
Oh, but come on, man. What did Herm Edwards say? You played to win the game. So I like the decision to go for it. You just gotta draw
yeah,
draw the chase, man. That's the
hmm
point that gets you in trouble is when you don't go with your dogs in big time plays, big time
absolutely.
moments for guys that make big time plays. That's all.
The, the, go home. Go to bed, man. Go to bed,
Ah,
Ron.
stupid, man.
Go to bed.
That's my dog.
Speaking of Transformers, though, uh, took the son to see Transformers One. Man, very very entertaining movie. Man, it's like an origin story of the Transformers. I was highly entertained. Man, great voice acting, great
Hmm.
animation. Took it back to the old school animation. None of that motion captures. It was just. It was almost. It was a good. Was nostalgia. Good nostalgia.
None of that Michael Bay stuff.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Said there are a few things Bengals could have done better to finish the game off. There was fourth and short. Yeah, bro, mom did. All you need to do was call a simple play to get the first down. But ain't fair.
Yeah.
Great point.
A great
Yeah,
point.
the back. Yeah, they definitely tricked that game off in the second half. Um, it was this game was a tale of two Eagles teams.
Mm-mm.
The Ravens played the role of the Philadelphia Eagles in the first half, and the Bengals played the role of the Philadelphia Eagles in the second half. As many games as the Eagles try and lose, it was like both teams tried to get this one away, and then the Ravens just finally took control. But on performances, is Lamar Jackson put himself in the number one spot in the MVP conversation again?
I think he already been there.
Yeah.
Person, yeah. Um, he's just been playing lights out. That offense is rolling. For Cincinnati, not Cincinnati, for Baltimore. Well, Cincinnati's offense is rolling, but we're
Yeah.
talking about Lamar Jackson. No, Lamar Jackson has been playing MVP football, in my opinion, all season. And that's what you look for people who you want to put in that conversation is consistent play. I know they had a couple of hiccups, the Browns, the Raiders,
Mm-hmm.
but overall, I mean, geez, I mean, just some of the
Yeah.
things that he's doing are just. There's no other quarterback that's doing the things that he can do.
Yeah,
And that's
the play tonight, the 10-yard scramble that turned into like a 50-yard scramble up the side, man, that was crazy.
that was no. He I said this before. He's one of one. I mean, not even there's
Yeah.
things that not even Patrick Mahomes can do with what Lamar is doing.
Mm-hmm.
There's and I know he gets quote unquote he's not quarterbacky enough. Go look at his completion percentage. His completion percentage is looking good this year.
It looks good
He's
every year when you throw. He again. I would live and die by it. Lamar Jackson is the best football player in the NFL. He is not the best quarterback. Would I take him to quarterback my team? Absolutely, because
yeah,
I love football play. He's a football player. I mean, he's going to get the job done. But when he needed to make a play, where does he go? In between the numbers
yeah,
to his tight ends and his backs. When
and
he
that's
tried to
fine.
make a play outside, what happened? He almost threw an interception that cost him the game.
Hey,
Like
I'm not.
if your team force him to throw the ball outside the numbers, and you're good. If you let him control the middle of the field, you are cooked, and that's what he shows you tonight.
Hey, and I hear you, and I'm not disputing that. But the fact of the matter is the man is so electric that
Sam's it's the LA Chargers.
you know
Please
what I'm
beat
saying.
them for us.
No, I hear you.
Whose next
Um,
game is against the Chargers?
he's either probably talking about Cincinnati or Baltimore. I don't know. Because you guys just played them last week.
Yeah, they already stomped us out. We know we're not going to talk about them.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I mean,
It's basketball season in Cleveland.
yeah, and the Cavs are rolling right now. So,
Hey, speak on it. Yeah, you talking
but
about
no,
the Bengals?
but I mean, it's just for me. I mean, I never paid attention to. He's not quarterback enough. Like you said, he's a football player. Sometimes it's like I think people get enamored with, oh, he's not quarterback enough. He's not staying in the pocket enough. If you look at the games,
Right.
he's actually looking to pass instead of not running. If we're talking about Lamar Jackson 3 or 4 years ago, he's already taken off.
Yeah.
So I definitely see the progression that he is in him making the effort to make the pass and get the ball to his playmakers instead of just taking it off and taking those unnecessary hits. So um, I definitely see some maturity in his game for sure. I just think this is the best version we've seen of him since he's been in the league.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, I mean, off gate, I'm struggling to come up with any other names that might be in that MVP conversation. If you ask me, to be honest.
Could you put Derrick Henry in? Could he steal some
Oh,
votes?
Well, of course. Because I think both of those guys kind of work hand in hand with the success that the offense has got going. Um, you know, uh, when uh, when my when you see my man
What is
Lamar
this?
Jackson, no, when you see Lamar Jackson get going, him and Derrick Henry kind of feed off each other. You know what I'm saying? So um, it helps. It they kind of are like the yin and yang to each other. So I don't think the success of the Ravens offense, um, I don't think it could work if neither one of them were involved in doing their thing. So but give Lamar Jackson his props, give Derrick Henry their props.
Mine's passing the ball, period. Ain't no pleasing the critics. And that last touchdown was fading to
But
the
outside,
outside left. That pass was inside the numbers. Watch that replay again. But again, I mean, this is my point. No, my point is, the point is when he needs a play, he's going to a running back. He's going to a tight end. It's never a receiver. Even tally up all his completions tonight. They're more complete. His slot. If you play for the Ravens, if you're a wide receiver, go somewhere else. But if you play
no,
the slot and you play tight end and you play running back, you're perfect fit. You're a perfect fit. Yeah. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it
no,
if you're happy winning one game in the playoffs and going home. If you want to win a Super Bowl in this league, you have to make plays outside the numbers. That's just a fact. And I'm sorry, for me, until Lamar does that, they're going to be a 1-win, 2-win playoff team and out. Like, he's going to have to make Bateman a factor outside. He's going to have to make Deontay Johnson a factor outside in January and February. I'm sorry. Like, it's not me. It's just facts doesn't lie. The facts doesn't lie. Yeah. That's all I can say.
I mean, hey.
You guys, Megan. Zay Flowers is a slot receiver. What do you mean? What am I talking about? He's a slot receiver. Right. He's not an outside guy. So, I should have said Lamar throws to the slot, the tight end, and running back. Look at what he did tonight. He needed to make a play outside the numbers downfield, and he almost threw an interception. When he needs to make his money, he's going to the tight end. He's going to a back. He's going to a slot receiver. That'll win you regular season games. It'll win you a game in the playoffs. But ask yourself, why hasn't he been to the bowl? Because teams force him to make downfield throws outside the numbers, and that's not a strong point. So either until he learns to do it, or they get Jamar Chase or somebody who like he can throw up anything, then yeah.
For me, end of the day, I'll take, if obviously me being a Chiefs fan, I got
Mahomes, Lamar. That's the list out of the rest of the field. Yeah, like I said, Lamar Jackson is the best football player in the NFL, hands down.
I mean, I got Patrick Mahomes from our team, but if I didn't have it, me personally,
it's a fact until it's done otherwise. Absolutely, Big Ron, you are absolutely correct. And until he does it winning his way, it's just like the NBA. Until the Warriors won, what was it? You can't win a championship shooting as much as they do. And then the Warriors disproved that. Now everybody's on board. But before that, it was a fact. This is a fact. Zay plays the outside. Really, bro. Watch the Ravens line up, please. Who's on the outside? Bateman. Who's on the outside and the other side? Deontay Johnson. Who was in the slot? I'll wait.
I mean,
that's all I say.
I'll take Lamar Jackson on my team if I don't have point blank period. The dude's a baller. He's going to win the MVP this year.
Right.
Just for me, and I've been calling this at least 5 weeks ago that he was going to win the MVP. Because the man is he's electric, man. He makes plays. So for me personally, I trust me, Bobby. I totally understand what you're saying. I don't care if he gets the ball to Mark Andrews, Hill, Henry, Zay Flowers. I don't care who he gets the ball to. Look, the guy's electric. You saw what he did tonight. He's been doing that all year.
I wouldn't even mind if he does, man. Strike up another one for black QBs.
Hey,
I hope he does.
Well, no. Well, unfortunately, look, I'm just gonna say it. Any quarterback in the AFC. Look,
let's see how the Steelers do against Red. Yeah.
Any quarterback in the AFC, your amount of success is going to be limited. All right, there's a guy in Kansas City he's just like that. All right, that's his point. Period. I mean, we saw how Brady had a hold on the AFC for almost 20 years, and there was only a handful of guys that kind of got some success when it wasn't Brady. Can Lamar be one of those guys? Possibly. Other than that, there's no AFC quarterback since Mahomes been a starter that's had that success. It's just that's a fact. So nobody's won no chips under Brady's. Under Mahomes' watch right now in the AFC. Nobody's won a chip. So good luck. You better hope that Andy Reid retires. The Chiefs start sucking in GM transactions and and pray that there's a injury or two for Mahomes. Other than that, man, he's gonna have a chokehold on that AFC for a minute, man. And that's not me being a home. That's just kind of.
I mean,
I'm just saying we've seen this blueprint before. We've seen this blueprint before with Brady. I mean, it wasn't a lot of people in his conference eating on his watch. It just wasn't.
Like Ric Flair said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo!
Woo! Hey, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Lamar sneaks maybe one Super Bowl win. I don't know if it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he has the ability.
I don't know if he'll get 2 or 3 or multiple, but I think he can at least sneak one. Other than that, I'm having a hard time seeing a quarterback in the AFC under Mahomes' watch eating the championship. I'm having a hard time seeing that. So I think Lamar is the closest one that might be able to grab one.
Yeah. I mean, team from just construction of the team and just the organization. The Ravens will always be in a position to be competitive.
Yeah,
that's just how they're built. The question is, can any other teams who can be that one-off team? Like, cause they're always one-off teams. Like, to be that competition in the AFC. Obviously, the NFC is a different story, but in the AFC, can we get enough one-off teams to essentially stop the Chiefs? And the question is, right now, I don't know. Obviously, I ain't even gonna talk about my Browns. We ain't gonna be in consideration for eons, if ever.
You say eons.
Eons. Like, people thought it would be the Jets this year. We saw what happened there. The Chargers, I really don't have faith in Jim Harbaugh, but we'll see what happens with that. The Broncos, I definitely don't have faith in Sean Payton. It's like this is the perfect time to be Patrick Mahomes. Like, it's almost like every team in the AFC is rebuilding. Texans, can the Texans sustain what they're building?
Last year was the time to beat Patrick Mahomes.
I just mean in totality. Like, in totality, like, there's like, okay, if the Chiefs were in the NFC, I could look at it different. Because the Lions look like they're going to be around. The Packers look like they're going to be around. If San Fran can get their stuff back to, you know what I mean? But in the AFC, it's like you don't have that. It's really the Ravens. Everybody's, can the Ravens get it done? That's the question now.
People keep Bills. I don't know.
Bengals. At the end of the day, the Bengals owner isn't going to spend the money for them to keep this up. You know what I mean? Like, they're literally about to let T. Higgins go after the season. So it's like they're completely leaning on Joe Burrow to be able to carry whatever they put together.
I can't be mad if they let T. Higgins go. That man,
the Falcons win the NFC.
Probably it's week 10. This man has missed 5 games. I can't be mad if they let T. Higgins go.
True. From that standpoint, that's true. But I mean, even if healthy, like I say, health wasn't even the issue. The Bengals just don't pay. Don't pay multiple players at once.
Oh no, I agree with you on that. Yeah, the ownership is cheap in Cincinnati. Very cheap.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just.
Hey, so I gotta look at this again. What does this dude say?
I'm just saying with
Holmes is the ultimate lab created QB by white scientists. He got all the black physical and competitive stuff with Caucasian personality.
Shut up, Ryan.
I don't even have the words to say what.
That is so wild, bro.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, the big questions are, can Lamar break through? Can they put the right combination of people around him to break through? Can the Texans maintain what they're building? Those are really your only 2 challenges that I see for the foreseeable future.
Here's my thing.
Except for this year. This year I would give you the Steelers because Mike Tomlin makes magic happen.
Oh, every year. Mike Tomlin is a Hall of Fame coach the moment he stops coaching.
That's why they don't win Super Bowl. Why? Who?
The Texans. The Texans have been kind of. I don't know what's been going on.
Chiefs wanted to try something different by not hosting the AFC Championship game. That was the time to get it done for the Ravens. I mean, facts. You gotta get take care of business at home, man.
Agreed, agreed, agreed. So,
Especially in the postseason. But, yeah, we got entertained by a good one tonight. We asked for it, we got it. Shout out to Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for getting the job done. Shout out for Jamar Chase putting on an amazing performance. Burrow same. Uh, Sucks both of these teams are in my division, but such is life.
yeah.
This year, we're most likely hosting the Arrowhead Invitational again, and we're gonna have Chico back and Hollywood Brown and some others. Do you really want them back though?
Well,
Do
now,
you want
well,
to?
Hollywood Brown is well, we never really got to see what he was going to be able to add to the Chiefs
True.
offense because he got hurt in the preseason.
Bengals
So
being cheap. Okay, the Bengals being cheap. No, I get you now. Mahomes' dad is still the goat for saying on live TV, and I quote, "We smoking on that Joe Burrow."
what on that Joe Burrow? What on that Joe Burrow?
So it would only get tougher for teams to beat us as the year goes on. Kelsey would turn it on in the playoffs. He is currently turned off, and Hopkins is going to keep learning the system. Fair, fair and valid.
Because of DeAndre Hopkins, watch for the next couple of years. Ain't nobody trading with the Chiefs no more, bro. Hey, all the GMs, all the other GMs is looking at the GM of the Titans. They looking like, bruh,
No,
what the fuck you doing,
no.
bruh?
All
What you
right,
doing?
get this thing out of here. Let's move on. Y'all know what time it is. Before we move on, though, go ahead, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, turn your notifications on so you know the next time we're here, which is every Thursday after Thursday Night Football with the recap, about 10 to 15 minutes after the game ends, or depending on when Mar wakes up.
Ain't
If
no
the
cap,
game is exciting.
no cap though, no
And,
cap.
we go ahead and give you that look of our this week's top 10s. Our weekly top 10s presented by the Audible Sports Podcast for sports meets life and culture. Uh, pretty similar. Just some ups and downs and moving arounds. Um,
That 4 through 7 is slight different.
yeah, that's usually what I mean because the top. I thought the Ravens was gonna let us down this week. I was like, man, we may have to change this list before the game is over.
Shit,
But
them some shit, dog.
yeah, they came through. Hey, you heard the man. Hit that like button. Um, we both got Chiefs and Lions and Ravens 1, 2, and 3. I got the Steelers at 4. Now I've been high on the Steelers all season long, even before the season started. I was telling people, "Hey, watch some Steelers," and everybody was laughing. They got that. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Look at you
down
now.
if you want to. Yeah,
Yes.
and they got an opportunity. Big game this weekend. Steelers Commanders.
Mm.
So they both teams really have a chance to solidify themselves this season. We got the Texans even, but you got a little bit more faith in the Bills than I do. I only got the Bills down to the Texans still beat them. Texans got that claim, and Eagles, Vikings, Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
Falcons. I
now,
think this is the first time
now,
I've had them in the top 10.
I'm with you on that. I usually follow that same credence where if a team has beaten another team, I would rank
Yeah,
them. Only reason why I put Bills in front of the Texans is because lately, ever since the Texans have had some injuries at the wide receiver position, um, and not only that, the offensive line for the Texans have kind of taken a step back. They're getting C.J. Stroud killed out there lately.
yeah,
And we're seeing a different Texas team right now. Their defense is still good. They still got playmakers on that side, but uh, normally last year when the Texans didn't have a great offensive line, we saw C.J. Stroud kind of play above that and get around that. Unfortunately, just this year, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because missing Nico Collins, still hasn't came back in practice yet. Stephon Diggs is gone for the season. I think it's we're seeing a different CJ Stroud, and it's kind of disappointing because I don't know if he's hitting that sophomore slump, um, or there's just defensive coordinators who finally got smart and did more game planning on film and kind of seen some things from last year that didn't do so well, and they're taking advantage of that. So I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but this is not the same CJ Stroud that we saw from last year, who was able to play above an average O line, because it's almost the same offensive line. It's not like it improved this year. So Larry Tunsil, he's not even looking his normal self. So um, it's it's just kind of I that's the only reason why I made that flip. Otherwise, I probably would have stuck to that same format of putting the team above somebody who's already beaten them. But this right now, this is not the same Texans team that we've come to know. So
Yeah, and I see you got the Steelers highlighted as your spotlight team of the week. Go ahead, speak on that for a second.
yeah, I can definitely see the Steelers climbing on my list. Um, I could definitely see them doing great things down the line. If the Chiefs get past the Bills, I definitely looking toward that Christmas Day game, seeing how they can manage playing the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Because
Right.
I absolutely love what Pittsburgh did at the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
You go ahead and get Mike Williams. You free him from that debacle in New York. Uh, yeah, you can hopefully, if he stays healthy, this has always been a disclaimer on Mike Williams. If he stays healthy, that's a good number two wide receiver. And in times he could probably play like a number one. Help George Pickens, another target for a big target. He's 6'4". That's a big target for Russell Wilson. Um, and them getting Preston Smith, another pass rusher. And I saw that move. I'm like, wow. Packers just give up Preston Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and my thing is like I like that move. I like that move because you go ahead and you add more pass rush.
Yes, sir. Cleveland.
uh, you get more pass rush because you got two games against Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You got to see Lamar Jackson. So I love that move. You add Preston Smith to Hightower, Cam Hayward, and T.J. Watt. Man, that's some firepower that you can have to get some pressure when you see Lamar twice a year, and you got to see Mahomes on Christmas Day. So I
Right.
love what the Steelers did at the trade deadline with the pieces that they added on both the defense and the offense. And like you said, that Mike Tomlin magic, man. Hey, Hall of Fame coach, man. Say what you want. That
Yeah.
man is a personification of a great coach. So yeah, man, I love what the Steelers are doing right now, starting to roll. Um, I know a lot of people question Mike Tomlin on that decision to go from Justin Fields to
Mm-hmm.
Russell Wilson. I know you were very big on it, and to be honest, he kept it real from the jump. He was going to go with Russell Wilson no matter what. So he
Yeah,
was just
he
waiting.
told y'all. Yeah, he told y'all.
Yeah, he told y'all from jump. So I don't know why a lot of people were surprised by it. But no, still Steelers are doing the damn thing. They got a chance to put their name up there with the Chiefs, with the Ravens, and as of right now, the Steelers are leading that division. So, well, I know Ravens won tonight, but still,
Mm.
Steelers got less losses than Baltimore. So,
Yeah.
um, I can't wait for those two teams to get. Oh, I know they
Oh
bring it
yeah.
every year. I know they
Mm-hmm.
bring it every year, but I definitely cannot wait for this year when those two teams get after it for sure.
Yeah. Definitely. Love that breakdown. And yeah, like I said, I've been high on the Steelers since before the season started. For me this week is the Lions.
Mm,
Um, the Lions, quiet as kept, have just been making statements all year. They had the early slip up, but if you look up the games that they played against top competition in this league, they've just been smashing people. You go to Seattle, you smash the Seahawks. You destroy the Cowboys.
Yeah.
The up and coming Cardinals, you beat them. You go to Lambeau, you take care of the Packers. You go to that dome up in Minnesota, you take care of business there. And now you have an opportunity this week. You say that the Texans have been on a downward slope. God help y'all, because the Lions are coming to town. They've just been looking like an offensive juggernaut.
Man.
Yeah, there is nothing they do not have. Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams coming to play. Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff is back in the pocket like a puppet master. I mean, it's Merry Christmas. He got all the toys for Christmas.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you have a coach that is going to hold them to a standard. Like the culture in that locker room is just completely flipped since Dan Campbell's come aboard. So shout out to Dan Campbell. And
Exactly.
I am now. You call me late to the party if you want to. I'm cool with that. But yeah, I'm now a believer in what he's selling and what he's sending out there in Detroit. So, matter of fact, that may be the game of the week this week. Detroit Houston. I'm definitely can't wait to take a look at that game. And we'll see if they can continue to get done. But right now, on the NFC side of things, they're the biggest threat to Kansas City.
Oh yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I'm glad you picked Detroit to talk about, because I know I was waiting for them to get some kind of pass rush with the Aiden Hutchinson go down. I know they get.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like we talked about last week. I tell you, we lose that game.
Yep.
Darius is gone to
Yep.
Detroit.
Soon enough, there he goes. So I'm not saying Zadarius is that big of a difference from Aiden
Message
Hutchinson.
coming through.
But I will say, hey, shout
I
out.
appreciate you, brother.
Hey, shout
South
out.
Bronx. That's what's up.
Okay, BX in the,
Hey.
that's what's up. But no, Zadarius is still good enough and capable enough to add to the pass rush. Look, you can't replace Aiden Hutchinson. I don't think Detroit were trying to, unless they were able to get Max Crosby. But I don't think that been a big asking price to get him. But
Yeah.
but still, even with Aiden Hutchinson, he's been out for the last 3-4 weeks. And
Yeah.
that
About.
that offense has been so good that you haven't really seen the effect of losing him.
Yeah.
So I mean, no, Detroit's playing damn good football, and I wholeheartedly I think right now Detroit is the class of the NFC, which is so odd to say, but they are. They're the standard right now. The NFC. I don't see
Yeah.
a team. I don't see a team in the NFC topping them. Unfortunately. So yeah.
Yeah. So out there, yeah, we got your Falcons. Your Falcons are in the top 10. They've been
Hey, the
playing
Falcons.
some. Yeah. You know.
I was shocked they
Hey.
did not get pass rush at the trade deadline. I think they need some help on that
Yeah.
pass. I love their secondary, but a secondary's best friend is pass rush. And
Honestly, I would have liked to seen them going after Deontay Johnson. Let's get one more. Just
I don't.
get Kirk some more, man. Let's get
I don't
him some
know.
toys.
Kirk's making it work with Ray McLeod and Darnell Mooney.
Yeah.
He's making it work.
Yeah, but get him just that one more to solidify. Like, because it's looking like you're gonna need it. Like you play Detroit and play, you're gonna need it.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's an arms race.
Yeah.
And you'll need all the weapons. I feel you.
Mhm.
I feel you.
Especially because Wesley, if Detroit gets that bye, Falcons could be that potential team like that. Just they could face Detroit first.
Mm.
Because right now, let me see. Matter of fact, take a look at these standings. You look at right now the 4 seed would be the Cardinals. So how many games you up? You got a game lead on the Cardinals to fall into that spot where, if all the top seeds won, you play Detroit. Can you hang on to that lead? Maybe. Maybe, and they play the Cardinals? No, I don't play the Cardinals. But
Uh,
yeah, like this one game. You got some tough matchups. They got the Vikings, you got the Commanders, you got the Chargers. Like you got some games where that one game lead might not be enough. So if you do end up in that position where you got your first round matchup, and then that second round you looking at going to Detroit, and you beat up from the week before,
oof.
yeah, I would have liked to have seen them get some more depth um, for a game like that. So, but it is what it is. We'll see. Hopefully, we get to see that matchup.
Mm, that'd be a hell of a game, though.
Yeah. And with that, let's move on to some more good stuff. Well, good stuff for you, not so good for me. Uh, oh man, oh wrong one. We need that up there. Results from last week. Uh, couple teams let me down. One team in particular, I'm done with. I'm done with the Browns. I'm not picking the Browns to win another game. I'm not. Matter of fact, I'm not picking the Browns winning another game until like 2026. How about that? It's just done, done. I might put myself on the trade market as a fan. Uh, uh, yeah, a lot of teams let me down. Packers took the L at Lambeau. You got that one up on me. The Seahawks. I was so high on the Seahawks early in the season. They just completely fell apart. Uh,
Defense, man.
yeah,
they can't hold nobody, man.
yeah. And so with that, Mar has extended his lead to a solid 8 games. Uh, it's gonna be tough to pick. Hey, but we're gonna do what we can. We're gonna do what we can. And that leads us to current week. Current week. Uh, I'm hopeful this week. I'm hopeful because every time we get the Thursday night game right, I have an amazing week. So I'm hopeful. Hopeful. So we get straight into it. You see, on the season, I'm 81-57. Mars 89-49. Going into week 10. You can see we both off to a great start. Had the Ravens, who didn't disappoint us. It looked like they was about to, but they didn't. They made the comeback and got it done.
They almost had me sick, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. And it looked like they was about to get blowed out too. I'd really been sick if they got blowed out, but
Man.
hey, they
Thank
hit
you,
that
Mom.
Uno reverse.
Thank you, Mom.
They hit that Uno reverse on them. Turned it around in the second half. This is getting to. We got the Giants going to Carolina to take on the Panthers, who are on a 1-game winning streak. Bryce Young picked up the third W of his career last week, and you know what? I think he gets it done again this week. I'm taking the Panthers at home.
Mm. Believe it or not, get your coffee because they're going to be in Germany, so you're going to have to get early for that one. Oh man, yeah, I love the fact that Bryce Young got the win because that whole debacle pulling him after 2 games. I didn't like that. You gotta, especially when you ain't giving that man much to work with. But unfortunately, that offensive line is not good. The Giants, they're not good neither, but they spent a lot of money. A lot of money on their defensive line, and I don't see that offensive line helping Bryce Young this week. So I'm going Giants on this one.
I hate to let you know, Ron, it is mathematically impossible for the Lions to wrap up a playoff spot this week. Or for the Falcons, I mean. Did I say Lions or Falcons? It's mathematically impossible for the Falcons to lock up a playoff spot this week.
Yeah, you got to wait a couple of more weeks, Ron.
Yeah.
Now, the way that the division is going right now, they might lock it up in a couple of weeks too. So
True.
We'll see how it goes. But next game, we got the Patriots going to the Chi-Town to Windy City. Looks like that Caleb Williams magic is wearing off. And I don't. It's a multitude of things. He's trying to take the big play and not taking what the defense gives him. But also, you know, they're not a good offensive coordinator. Who's calling those games? Matt Eberflus is not good. So,
Who's running the rest of the game? I just got
hey, rep. Get that bread, dog.
shot.
Um, but I'm going with Patriots, and on this, I know the Patriots kind of are struggling on offense, but um, I like Gerard Mayo and him calling that defense against a rookie in Caleb Williams. So give me the Patriots on this.
Yeah, I'm with you. Um, yeah, the Bears just they are who they thought we were. Like simple as that. Although the Patriots are a little tougher than I thought they would be this season. They've proven to be a very tough out week in and week out. I
Yeah,
like what Mayo is building. I know he had a little situation where people were criticizing him for calling this guy soft, but since then they've been playing some ball. So you know, hey, he's coached for a reason. Definitely give me Patriots in this one.
yeah,
Next we got Buffalo going to that dome to take on the Colts. Buffalo has been rolling. Uh, it's slip up, but nothing major. They've been one of the more consistent teams this season. I like what Josh Allen is doing, and he could be in the MVP conversation. We talking about MVP, he's definitely in there. Uh, I hate and like the addition of Amari Cooper at the same time, for obvious reasons. But I think he can bring kind of a calming, steadying influence to Josh Allen's game if utilized right in this scheme. Um, so Colts, they just got a lot going on in that program. Um, what's going on in Indy for all my Browns fans? Because I did see this. Browns fans, let me talk to you for a second. All of that stuff y'all doing in the offseason. Oh, why we get rid of Joe Flacco? And you see what's going on in Indy? That's exactly why they let Joe Flacco walk. I mean, look at how our season is going without the distraction. You think we would have wanted that going on? No. Like, so, it is what it is. Our season's down the tank. And with all that going on in Indy, theirs might be headed that way too. So yeah, give me Buffalo.
yeah. I'm with you on that same sentiment. I get it.
She's so sick.
Oh man, that's the chat's on the road tonight.
Yeah.
Look, I get it. Indy's a tough team. They play tough, especially on that defensive side. I like what they do. Um, Unfortunately, when you don't have the right answer at quarterback, whether it's Anthony Richardson or Joe Flacco, um, and Joe just didn't look. He didn't look good last week. Point blank.
He did
Period.
not.
But no, I think this is a game that the Bills cannot afford to just slip up
Hmm.
because they want to stay, towards that second seed as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me Bills on this one. Um, as we go, Minnesota and Jacksonville. Look, yeah, Jacksonville. I said it once. I said it again. Doug Peterson, get ready to clean out your room, bro. Clean out that office.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah, your man Trevor Lawrence still ain't figured out the turnover issues. So pack your bags, because Trevor ain't going nowhere. He got paid. You the coach,
Facts.
on the other hand, are easy to replace than that salary of Trevor Lawrence. So get ready. Um, you know, go ahead if you want. Start taking the family photos down and the Super Bowl picture that you got up there with Nick Foles down, and take that down and take it all down, and just go to the bare minimums. I mean, get ready. It's coming.
Trevor
So
committing robbery. He is.
yeah. Oh yeah.
He
Oh
is.
yeah. Oh yeah. His robbery uniform is that football jersey he puts on every Sunday. So um,
Nah, I take that back. Trevor, he ain't committing robbery. Trevor got that box of baby oil from Diddy.
hey yo,
So I need one of them boxes down in Jacksonville. That's how we about to do this.
Oh wow. No. Hey, I think it's easy to say. Give me Vikings on this.
What is going on?
This is probably one of the easiest picks this week.
Yeah, clearly, you know, it's right there. Giant white letters. I don't know what else to tell you, Ron. It's the Bangkok Bears. What is happening, man? What is happening?
Ron doing Ron things.
I know. What is in the water down there in San Antonio, man? Did they pollute the Riverwalk or something?
He did
Born
something.
and raised Kansas City. Hey. But who did we just finish on? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's on you.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. They must say you capped it off perfect, man. Everybody need to clean off the office. Hell, if we can make it happen, let's clean out that owner's office. It's just not been making bright decisions since he got there. So, and trust me, as an expert of bad football, I've been watching bad football from ownership down since 1999. I can tell you all about it. So, yeah, the Vikings. This should be an easy win. If you are who we think you are, which is just a playoff team, you definitely playing above your expectations. But this should be one. Go ahead and put Jacksonville out of their misery for the season. Get that done. Um, Next, we got the Chiefs. Chiefs at home taking on the Broncos. This is why I say the Chiefs should finish the season in a certain place. I'm not gonna say it. But you know what I'm talking about. Because normally the first time you guys play the Broncos, that game is usually in Denver.
Hmm.
Normally. See, the schedule guys and hooked y'all up this year. So you know what? We're gonna put that game in Kansas City first, and then later, because the later game might not mean anything. But if this game is in Denver, I may actually go with Denver this time of year. Again, Denver being one of those tough places to play, plus it being a division game. But in Kansas City right now, I got to go with the Chiefs. Even though I think it'll be a competitive game. That Broncos defense is legit. I just don't think they'll be able to make enough plays to pull out the W.
Yeah. Yeah. Broncos, man. I don't know what y'all doing, man. Uh, Especially that overrated coach you got. But you know what?
Yeah.
Say what you want, man. I'm not. I'm not. I don't say the Chiefs play with their food, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, especially lately, the last few seasons, is like the Chiefs just be going through the motions in the regular season, and they, you know, look, they win ugly more times than not. I don't care if they win by blowouts. I just get the dub, but I think the Broncos will play them tough. I haven't seen the spread on it, but I
It's
wouldn't.
9.5.
Oh, 9.5. I still wouldn't trust it because they didn't even cover on Monday night. So
Yeah.
um, I can see this being a 6 point, maybe 7 point victory.
Yeah.
Hell,
That sounds about
might-
right.
yeah. So I would take that 9.5 under the Broncos. Me personally, if I was a betting man, but no. Chiefs going. They're going to win it. Obviously, I think you're going to see more and more DeAndre Hopkins getting acclimated into this game, into this offense, just like he did Monday night. So, give me
Mm.
the Chiefs this one as we go to Atlanta versus New Orleans. Look, the Saints is they are now the Aints. They are going back to the Aints. All right, go ahead and get your grocery bags, your brown paper bags, Saints fans, because they are not a good team. Um, they finally made the smart.
Injuries.
Yeah, injuries. Yeah, they got some injuries, and they finally fired Dennis Allen, which was a smart move. But most teams usually get inspired when they fire their coach. Now I don't think now, Atlanta's rolling. Kirk Cousins is rolling. He's getting that offense rolling. Yeah, give me Falcons all day, every day on this one.
Yeah, easy choice. New Orleans fell off hard. Like injuries just derailed their whole season. It had a shimmer of light, and then when Derek Carr got hurt that first time, it killed all of that momentum. Surprised to see a few guys still there. I mean, obviously they dealt Marshawn Lattimore. It was a huge move, but I'm surprised Kamara survived.
No, they gave him money. That's why they need to give him some more money.
But still, I mean, it was easy to cut. They probably could have got more for him. Then well, no, I don't know. But yeah, I'm surprised he survived. They should have just dump it all, man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised to see him dump Derek Carr in the off season as well. So sad because they early in the season looked like they, especially in that division, they could have been a little bit more competitive. But it is what it is. Anywho, give me the Falcons. Yeah, they just Kirk, man, Kirk. He's that guy. He's an average, good enough to get you to the playoffs, baby. As long as you got some talent, Kirk will work with it. And yeah, listen, can he take him to the next level though? That's what we all want to know. But I definitely got him getting a dub this week in the Dome. San Fran going down to Florida, take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got the Buccaneers winning at home. Even with the injuries, the Buccaneers have still been competitive. Took a lot of criticism this week. You got to respond. Mr. Bowles, it's all on you. You, as a coach, you have to respond. This would be a very good win for your team. 49ers, this ain't the 49ers of last season or last couple seasons. This is a very vulnerable 49ers team. You have to get, this is the kind of win you have to get at home if you're a true playoff contender. So I'm gonna go with the Bucs in this one.
Hey, you're not wrong. This ain't the same. This ain't the same 49ers team. Hey,
I bet you said the same thing last year too, didn't
you? Yeah. No.
Oh, challenge. Challenge.
I like. But no. Hey, you are right. It's not the same 49ers, but they about to get some juice back, man.
True.
Christian McCaffrey been practicing. He's slated to make his debut this week. To be honest, I think he just might be that piece to help bring some juice back in the building for the 49ers and get them back on track. Honestly, both these teams need to win this game. I think this might be a very competitive game than people might think. But I'm gonna roll with 49ers on this one. As we get to that other possible game of the week, you got Pittsburgh and Washington. I'm going with Steelers, man. I think they're going to make it a hard game for Jaden Daniels. I love what the Rook has been doing. I love what he's been doing. Been playing phenomenal. But this is one of the gut check games where it bring you back down to reality. Yeah, you've been having a great season, but you're going against Pittsburgh. You know what they bring in there? The defense with them, and they are just going to, I think they're going to give Jaden Daniels some trouble this week. So give me Pittsburgh on this
one. I'm with you. Like I said earlier, I've been high on the Steelers since before the season. This is just one of those games, man. This is. Now I'm not gonna say they're gonna get washed or anything, but we all know Mike Tomlin against rookie quarterbacks. He usually gets the job done. This will probably be. I'm gonna say this is gonna be Jaden Daniels' toughest challenge this season. One of the reasons he's playing against that dude. TJ Watt is coming. What was the thing? The Game of Thrones? Winter is coming. TJ Watt. TJ Watt is coming. And the other thing, and this is what he really hasn't had to face this year. There's another dude. You're
Mm,
about to face. I mean, the Washington Commanders have 3 turnovers on the season. That's incredible.
it is.
But you got the best ball hawk in the NFL in the back of that secondary. If
Minka
you make,
Fitzpatrick.
you underthrow anything,
It's a done
it's
deal.
gonna look like that Willie Beeman pass at any given Sunday where dude just came out of nowhere. That's what it's gonna look like. So I'm looking to see what the young man can do when you have. He's played defenses that have had good front sevens. He's played
Mm,
against defenses that have had good secondaries. I think this is the most complete defense he's going to face so far in his young career. I'm excited to see what he can do against it, but I think Mike Tomlin is going to get the better of him. And Mike Tomlin is one of those coaches that he loves the gamesmanship part of the game. Uh, I don't know if anybody saw it a couple weeks ago when they played the Jets, and Aaron Rodgers caught the Steelers 12 man on the field. And we all know Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league at catching you in that penalty situation and throwing an 80-yard touchdown. Getting that free play in. And Mike Tomlin got the timeout in like right in time. And he looked at Aaron Rodgers and like tipped his hat, and Aaron Rodgers looked back and was like, "Yeah, you know what it is." Like Mike Tomlin appreciates the gamesmanship of going against good quarterback play. So he's definitely going to be on his P's and Q's this game as a coach. So, but yeah, give me the Steelers. Tennessee taking on the Chargers. The Chargers, I still don't know what to make of them, even though I mean, I can't judge them because they played the Browns. Like, I can't give you a proper look. Because, I just can't, so I still don't know what to make of them. What I do know is Tennessee has actually been playing people pretty tough the last couple of weeks. And I think this is a game they can steal. This is one of those games where we all know the Chargers don't have the best home field in the league. And this is a game that can be stolen. So this is like one of those trap games. The Chargers, if I'm not mistaken, they got a bigger game coming up after this, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. Yeah, they got the Bengals. Prime
mm,
time coming up. This is one of those trap game, classic trap game. They got the
mm,
Bengals and the Ravens back to back after this. So
mm.
yeah, they could get caught slipping, and I think they will this week.
Mm. Hey man, you made some compelling points. You really did, but not enough to change my pick. Tennessee is, uh, yeah, they are,
Yeah.
yeah, they're at the bottom of the NFL for a reason. I am. I mean, literally. I mean, I thought they was gonna try to do something this year. They ain't got my boy L'Jarius Sneed. Now him and that defense is just they get no help from the offense. The offense is just terrible. I mean, because they don't have a quarterback. I mean, it's bad when you start putting Mason Rudolph in. It's bad. It's bad.
Hey, Mason Rudolph took a team to the playoffs last season.
And no. Mike Tomlin took Mason Rudolph to the playoffs. All right, get that right, sir. All right, we're not going to slander Mike Tomlin like that. Mason Rudolph did not do that. All right, Mike Tomlin did that. Fortunately for Mason, he has Brian Callahan. So, um, nah, man, give me charges on this. I begrudgingly because I'm not a fan of them, um, but as we get to this next game, which is actually compelling right here, Arizona and the
Yeah.
Jets. Um, I begrudgingly went with the Jets only because they. Come on now, you can't keep doing this. You can't keep doing this. Quote unquote. We a playoff team. But now you're going up against a team that's, they're probably going to make it to the NFC playoffs, especially seeing how this division goes in the NFC West.
Mm.
You got to beat teams like this. Yeah, I'm. This might be the one that you might gain some ground on me on because I went with Jets and I'm almost kind of thinking like, damn, don't go against your gut, man. But I'm going Jets because all that noise. You got to start racking up some W's. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Cardinals win this one. I ain't gonna
I'm going with the Cardinals, mainly because I'm hoping that me and their coach are on the same page. If I'm the coach, I'm preaching all week. Hey, we have a real opportunity to separate ourselves from the rest of the teams in this division over the next couple of weeks. Um, this is a winnable game. Then we got the Seahawks who are struggling, division game. Yeah, we got a tough one going to Minnesota, but then we got the Seahawks again, the Patriots, and then the Panthers.
Mm,
So we can come out of this at least like 5-1, 4-2
yeah.
before we finish with the Rams and Niners. We put
Hmm.
ourselves in a real good position to control our own destiny potentially. So yeah,
Favorable schedule.
I'm focused like y'all. Hey, this is one we can't let slip away at home. So I'm hoping he's sending that message to the team. Kyler Murray, like I said, I understand Call of Duty's been out. It's been out for a month. I know you finished the campaign. Yo, tell FaZe Clan, bro. Hey, I gotta take a break for a month.
Hey yo,
I gotta get this done. We are in playoff contention. I can't just be on here 40 hours a week like normal. I gotta take these. I gotta get these reps in. So play some Madden. Get your scouting done.
hey.
Switch from the Call of Duty to Madden. Get the scouting done. Get out here, get this W. Yep. uh, Philly and Dallas. Not a whole lot to say. Dallas is laid an egg all season. Philly, as much as they try and lose games, uh, Dallas just doesn't know how to win games. It's the movable object versus the stoppable versus the resistible force. Like,
That's wild.
how does this happen? Give me the and boy, I swear, Saquon Barkley.
Mm. Yo, this man jumped over. He hurdled backwards.
Backwards.
What?
Saquon Barkley. He may be second in the MVP conversation just because of that. Like, man had eyes in the back of his head for real on that one. Um,
Bro, when I saw the play, I literally jumped up and lost it because I'm like, "What? Who
yeah.
did that? Like,
Uh,
what in his mind said, "Hey, leap backwards"?
yeah. That just jump. Circle button. Or no, it ain't even that. It was triangle.
No, no.
Um,
What he did is a button not on the controller, bro. That's a glitch. That's
he hit
a
them at the
glitch.
same time. Left trigger, circle plus triangle at the same time.
That was a legit. That was a legit glitch. I'm like, yo, it did. I saw the angle from when the teammates saw it from the sideline and they lost their
Yeah.
mind. Like, what?
Yeah. All
Like,
I
come
got to
on.
say is win or lose. Win or lose. Michael Parsons, don't you end up on Sports Center. I don't care if you win or lose the game. Don't you end up on Saquon Barkley's highlight reel. That's all I gotta say.
Hey man, hey, my goodness. No, no, you're right. Ain't much to be said in this one. Um, look, I know Dak gonna be out for quite a while. I didn't already dumped him off my fantasy team. They had injuries. Marcus Lawrence, Michael Parsons been hurt. Michael Parsons probably going to be back for this game. I don't think it matters because the defense wasn't good with him, and they damn sure wasn't good without him.
You think he's
Um,
asked for a trade in the offseason?
Nah, because he knows he's gonna get the max money from Jerry. He ain't going nowhere. I'm at this point right now where some of these Cowboy players, even the big ones,
Hmm.
uh, they're not willing to give up that big money that they know that Jerry is going to give them. And at this point, they know they're sacrificing championships. They know it. They know it. But what they're not going to do is sacrifice them big checks. And they know for a fact, especially if you're a big star in Dallas, Jerry pays the big stars in Dallas. He don't care about nobody else. He
You know,
pays the
he
big
just don't pay
stars.
running backs.
Oh no, no. I mean, he waited 2 weeks to for Emmitt Smith to show his work before he paid him.
Yeah,
So, um, well, no, he did pay Zeke. I don't know why he did that.
yeah, he paid
Um,
him once.
and you saw how that went. And he had 2 years left on his rookie deal. So, but
But they could have had Derrick Henry this year for 8 mil. 8 mil.
come on, man. We look. Jerry Jones is a businessman. We didn't say he was football smart. All right. Like the man gets all the props in the world for being a great businessman. We didn't say the man was smart when it comes to actual making football decisions. He had to get talked off the ledge from drafting Johnny Manziel early in the first round. So,
I wish he would have, because he wouldn't have ended up in Cleveland,
man,
and we would have got Derek Carr.
yeah, that's about it.
I,
But no,
I would rather have Derek Carr over the last 10 years than what we had.
oh no, I feel you. I feel you.
Like some of the
No,
teams we had Juice and Odell, but Derek, we had Derek Carr. Oh, hey, that's
hey, you're not wrong.
now you.
You're not wrong. I feel you.
But
It is what it is.
yeah,
um, Lions in Texans. Hey
mm,
man, yeah, good luck, Texans. You got a buzzsaw coming. I know y'all about to unveil your all red uniforms with your shiny chrome red helmet. It's gonna look fresh. You're gonna look good. You're gonna look good losing. All right. Yeah, you're gonna look good losing. Fact of the matter is you're going up against the cream of the crop in the NFC. You can make a case for them for being the best team in the NFL. Um, it don't matter. It don't matter if they're on the road or they're at home. Lions are legit, and I'm saying it now. I would be 100% surprised if the Lions do not end up in New Orleans. I'll be 100% surprised. That's how good they're playing football this year.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, CJ Stroud, damn, whoo, boy, you better have that Epsom salt ready after that game. Have it ready. You gonna need the soap uh, in that Epsom salt. You need that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm on
You,
board with you. Get an extra tidbit. The Lions just traded for Zadarius Smith. Remember, Zadarius Smith has played the Texans twice in the last 12 months. Once in the playoffs, once in the regular season. So he's pretty familiar with what they want to do offensively. So he can share a bit of that info with the defensive coaches in Detroit. Um, I'm with you, man. What's that saying? Don't stand on the tracks when the train's coming through.
mm.
Houston, you are on the tracks. But
Houston, we
nah,
have our.
this is gonna be one of those games. I'm pretty sure both teams been hearing all week. This phrase that about this time people love to throw out. This could be a potential Super Bowl preview.
Okay.
But I'm sure they both heard it. Like, and to be honest, yeah, it could. Both these teams could end up in the Super Bowl. Um, who wants to send the biggest message?
Mm.
I think that's Detroit. I think Detroit wants to send the message not only to AFC teams uh, that we're a problem, specifically to the Texans. That yeah, if you do make it through that AFC gauntlet, we'll be waiting. Uh, and again, this game just uh, gives Detroit just a chance to further solidify themselves as the top team in the NFC. So even though it is a road game, I like Detroit to go in there and handle business. And hell, I wish that was the last of the week. How do nah? This should be a flex game, man. The Dolphins, they should
Yeah,
pass on the air. I mean, record wise, honestly, you know what? This could be a decent game. Just record wise, it just looks it shouldn't be prime time. I'm not gonna tell you. I mean, the Dolphins do have exciting offense. The Rams can be exciting at times. You know, you got the whiz kid that is Sean McVay and his former apprentice going against each other. I like the Rams at home. It's just uh, now that Tua's back, he's got a game under his belt. I like the Rams defense a little bit better. So I can say Miami's really beat up on defense. Um, and again, it's one of those teacher student moments. I'm going with the teacher in prime time. So give me the Rams in this one.
mm. Yeah. I'm glad you brought up the defense. They surprisingly, who is that? Jared Verse that they drafted in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and he's been wreaking havoc. He might mess around wearing defensive rookie of the year the way he's been playing.
Facts.
Um, yeah, man, I did not see the Rams doing what they're doing right now. I kind of left them for dead, especially the moment that Aaron Donald retired, and they had some injuries with Puka and Cup, and I was like, nah, man, go ahead and sell your stock on the Rams. But lo and behold, Stafford's still playing football, and he's making plays, and he's doing the damn thing. Shout out to my man Demarcus Robinson, former Chief. He's been out there making plays. Won that game-winning touchdown against the Seahawks last week, and no, the Rams they might mess around and win this division the way that is shaping up. They got a possibility, so we can't rule that out for sure. No, Rams are still playing tough. Their defense has been doing the damn thing. They need a little bit more running game to complement what they're doing on offense. They got to work that out, but yeah. Miami's still struggling and trying to get back in gear with Tua being back. Unfortunately, they're going up against a solid defense that's going to make it harder for them. So I trust Matthew Stafford over Tua right now. Right now, I do for sure. So yeah, give me Rams as well, man. I think they need to go ahead and make their statement and pray that the Cardinals could fumble against the Jets. So and put them back
Yeah.
up and at least put them in a tie because I think the Cardinals already beat the Rams in like week 2 or 3. So and at least put them a tie for first for sure.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And there you have it, folks. That's our picks of the week. Hey, go ahead and follow along. Our picks will be posted on X by tomorrow afternoon, so you can follow along on X and Instagram, so you can follow along, see where we went right and where we went wrong, and hopefully the football gods shine upon me so I can, get a couple games back this weekend because they ain't looking too good. uh, that being said, before we wrap it up, game you looking forward to most that doesn't involve your team?
Man, probably probably that it's not the most razzle dazzle game, but surprisingly, I'm looking forward to that Jets Cardinals game.
Okay.
Um, and the reason why I say that is because if the Jets lose, I can still poke and prod and laugh at them for a joke that they are. Uh, and I'm also curious to see how how Arizona does. I know they're probably one of the more surprising teams this year, especially for me. I think they're one of the most surprising teams this year. But can they continue rolling and you know put their stamp on approval on that division? So I think it's an interesting matchup right there because they both got something to play for.
You're
Which
right.
I thought this deep into the season that this was going to be one of those games where you just fall asleep to on the Sunday afternoons.
I feel you on that. For me, it's the Washington Pittsburgh game.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Um, yeah, I feel obviously I want to see how Jaden Daniels matches with Mike Tomlin, but also I feel like a lot of people aren't taking Pittsburgh seriously, and
Mm.
like you get a dub like this against the way the Commanders are playing, uh, that's gonna it's gonna look good in a lot of people's eyes. And you put that on fact, like you say, they still got two against Baltimore. You still got two against the Bengals. But getting this victory here on the road, like I said, you put a lot of people on notice. And especially since Russ has been starting, they've been averaging 30 points a game, only allowing 16, I believe. So yeah,
Mhm.
especially if they can win this game like in convincing fashion, um, yeah, you're gonna see, you know, Andy Reid might side eye him a little bit. You know, right
Mhm.
now he ain't looking at nobody, but hey, man, Pittsburgh went up there and destroyed the Commanders. He may take a peek over there, see what they got going on. Buffalo would definitely be interested. Hey, because nobody wants to go. Pittsburgh is not a place you want to go and play a playoff game. So yeah, uh, two stars, one dud.
Yeah. Whew, man. Uh, give me Kirk Cousins going against New Orleans.
Okay.
Um, no Marshawn. He's in Washington now. So that's one less good corner covering whoever they decide to put out there at the wide receiver position. Hopefully Drake London can get back in there. I know he's dealing with a little injury. Um, so yeah, I think Kurt might take advantage of a good game, and New Orleans is and they the
Yeah.
Aints now, so they're not. No, they're just not. Uh, I'm also looking for uh, what's his name? J.K. Dobbins. I think he might be a
Mm,
stud against Tennessee.
okay.
Usually, you can say that Tennessee Titans defense is still going to play damn good football, even without their offense kind of not holding up to their end of the bargain.
Mm,
For That's not the case this year. Um, Nah, it just ain't the case. And I think J.K. Dobbins, he's been rolling this year. And then he'll definitely get more carries. I think Gus Edwards hit IR, so he's definitely going to get a bulk of the carries. Um, and no, he'll definitely do the damn thing. Dud, um, yeah. Sorry, Bryce Young. I love you, dog. But one thing that the Giants did, man, like I said, man, they got almost probably upwards up to 300 million on that office, not office, defensive line. And you just don't have the offensive line to stop them. Burns, Thibodeau, uh, Dexter Lawrence. Um, yeah, they boy, they about to whoop your ass,
yeah.
boy. They about to whoop your ass, boy.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
Kyle, be.
Hey, have you ever seen somebody try to patch up a bullet wound with a band-aid? Yeah, that shit just don't work. Yeah, yeah. That bullet wound is your offensive line. All right. And you don't have the proper tool supplies. You don't have no stitch kit with you to stitch up that bullet wound right now. They about to get after you, Bryce Young. Man, it might get ugly in Germany. I don't know any German language, but if they say, "Man, this motherfucker getting his ass whooped" in German, I'm probably sure that's what they say because it's about to get. Hey man, you about to crumble down faster than the Berlin Wall down there, bro. It about to get ugly, bro. Yeah.
And that Giants D line is legit. I've seen firsthand. Uh, for me, one time I'm gonna go Josh Allen. I think Josh
Mm.
Allen's gonna have a hell of a game in Indy. Uh, second one, Uh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give me George Pickens.
Mm.
I like George Pickens to have a solid game. Maybe get a couple of tubs against the Commanders. And my dud defense. Defense as a whole.
Mm.
Uh, in the Detroit Houston game. I think it's gonna be
Mm.
a shootout. I think we're in for a shootout. I love the Lions to come out on top, but it would not surprise me to see something like 40 something to 30 something. So yeah, defense. If you have the Lions defense or Houston's defense, I think about benching them this week. Fantasy owners. Yeah. So
Put them on the
that's it.
bench.
And once again, our picks will all be available on the socials later tomorrow. You can follow along with us. Let us know what we did right and wrong. And what you got for the folks when we get out of here, man?
Hey man, hey, another successful Thursday. What we got next Thursday? Matter of fact, what we
Oh
got
yeah, I
next Thursday?
didn't. Thank you for reminding me. I didn't did the recap.
Yeah,
Let me make
we
sure I put the right one up. Bing, bing.
yeah, let's see what kind of matchup we got next week.
Yeah.
Ooh, Washington and Eagles.
Could be interesting.
I
Could be
like,
interesting.
I like, I like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
especially if the Commanders fall to the Steelers. Yeah, because that's now going to turn into a game that you need. That would put them behind the Eagles in the division. So yeah, yeah,
I-
that could definitely turn into one.
that might be the one. Okay, okay, all right. Well, hey, make sure y'all tap in with us next Thursday. But before next Thursday, y'all bring
hmm
y'all raggedy asses back here tomorrow. All right, where we always get hey Fridays get popping. All right, so
Yeah,
make sure you tap in with Audible Podcast Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the dynamic duo. So yeah, man. If you enjoyed Thursday when we recap football, you'll definitely enjoy Fridays where we, the Audible Podcast where life and culture definitely collides with sports. So tap in with us tomorrow for sure. Hey, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I know it was a crazy week because of Tuesday uh, election. Everybody
hey,
good. We
hey, shout
calm.
out to Donald Trump, man. He won. It is what it is. Hey,
Like the hate the
we've been
man.
here. We've been here before. That's all you can say. We've been here before. So
Yeah, I got my own things to say about the election, but I might save it for tomorrow. For tomorrow. Let's just put it that way. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. But take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.
absolutely. And before we get out of here, please do me a favor, follow the direction on your screen one more time. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn your notifications on so you know the next time that we are here. And you can be heard, which is every Thursday after Thursday night football. We're recapping the best that the NFL has to offer you and giving you our picks for the upcoming weeks. Or from the upcoming week. And like the man said, you can catch us tomorrow night. If you can't wait till next week, catch us on the Audible Sports Podcast where sports meets life and culture. And that'll be kickoff at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Uh, for myself, Wildcard Mar, appreciate everybody that joined us and hopped in the chat. Thailand Chiefs, that's it, man. Thailand, that's crazy, man. Shout out to you, sir. Big Ron, uh, paid rep, brother Bar, from the boogie
BS.
down. You know what I'm saying?
Folks.
Hey, shout out to you, sir. Scroll through, look what's on there. Maker, HJJ Maker. You know, we can agree to disagree. It's all love, bro. It is what it is. But yeah, shout out to everybody that hopped in the chat. And until next time, man. Peace.
Bang bang.